Hello, Kylie Batici, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia with you today. And the topic that I am discussing for our demonstrators today, this is mainly training for Stampin' Up! Demonstrators to glean from. It's specific training that I know has helped me with my Stampin' Up! Business. And I've been able to achieve #1 in Australia and #8 globally. So I'm hoping that this information can help you if you're wanting to start up a business or you're wanting to get more information to help you make something more of Stampin' Up. So blogging is a very interesting topic. I'm going to wait for a couple more people to jump in. Hello again. Good to see you again, Kayla. Because it's a really, really good topic, and I've actually done a few webinars for my team on blogging, and it has really helped us. Well, hello there, Alison. Good to see you. So I think that there's a few myths that I wanted to get rid of with blogging. I think the #1 myth that I've seen is that new demonstrators feel like once they start a blog and maybe they post a few things that suddenly customers are going to fall out of the sky, or recruits. Hey Naomi, good to see you. And oh good, hey Anna, good to see you live. I'm glad you're on here. But yes, I think that this is a real misconception that once you get a blog, then that's all you need and you'll be a successful business person. Of course, there's a lot more layers. But I think the key area with blogging is working out what's right for you and what fits for you and what fits for your family. Because it literally can be like this little black hole that sucks you in, and you can basically put a lot of time into it and not see any results at all if you're not blogging the right way. Hey Jessica, good to see you. We're going to have the best time in Thailand together. Whoop, whoop. Can't wait. So it's really one of the areas that I spoke to my team about blogging was to keep in mind that when you first start out, yeah, very excited. I love that palm tree. When you're first starting out with blogging, it's to get into a rhythm. Get into a blogging routine so that it's easier for you. You know what's happening. And as you get readers, I think some people say, oh, my readers, they get used to me blogging at a certain time. I think that most people these days, if they get the email that you have blogged, then I think that they go to your blog. They have to know that you've gone live. So that's probably another area that you really want to make sure of, is that you have some sort of system in place with, like Google has FeedBurner, and it enables you to send an email. People subscribe to your blog and then they get alert anyone of your blog unless they're on Blogger themselves, which is it's like Louise Sharps knows when I'm live and just rings, and she's never here live. She's so naughty. Everyone send Louise Sharp a private message and say, how come you're not on Kylie's Facebook live? She'll know because I've hung up on her. She knows when I'm live. Oh no, Kylie's live. It's Tuesday. I love the angry faces. Louise gets angry faces. Oh, hang on. I just want to make sure my computer's on because my battery's going low, and so I've just had to make sure that the phone's getting charged. Oh, your computer's angry. Your computer's frozen. Too funny. So yeah, so a few steps that I would, just so that this stays in some sort of format for you, to make it as simple as possible. #1, firstly, you need a blog. If you don't have a blog, I do have training. It's $30. It will take you step by step from basic training. I'll put the link up, but I know that that's a big thing for a lot of people. You can buy a blog. I know Louise Sharp actually does blog making, and I think it's around the $500 mark, but it's a lot of work. She's trying to tell me what a rashi is. What's a rashi? I didn't even know what a rashi is. And I'm from Australia too. Maybe it's those New Zealand chips. Maybe. So yes, number 2, get the blog firstly. So you either can make it yourself and it's going to take time. So give yourself time to get used to the system and making it from scratch. I use Blogger just because it's easy and it's good for our team. Oh, is it a swim shirt? Really? Oh, I didn't even know that. See, I'm from Queensland, so we call everything togs. Yeah, it's saying my connection is weak, which is not always a good thing. So hopefully, actually I'll see here. Maybe I can turn off my Wi-Fi. Oh, it's because I'm not on Wi-Fi. That could be why. Okay. I think it might have flipped over. Yes, it's looking good now. Sorry, peeps. Hi, Jeanette. So yes, number 1, get a blog. Number 2, it should help now that I'm connected to the Telstra. I'll be on the 4G soon. Yeah, togs. We're not bathers in Queensland, we're togs. Number 2, think about what you're going to get out of it, right? Oh no, that's fine. I'm used to hijacking. I can talk through anything. And I won't even lose my place. That's the amazing bit. Hello, Bruno Bertucci. I would have got distracted because Bruno's here anyway. Hello, Bruno. So yes, number 2 for blogging is to make sure that you know what you want to put on there. So something that I have found was really good when I first started blogging was I really enjoyed it actually for me. And I think that you have to view it as like a visual diary for yourself. Don't think that it's going to be, this amazing way to create a business and that once you've got a blog, you have an instant business. It's not true. You need to really work hard, probably for a good year to 2 years before you start seeing something happening online. And we're talking, at least a few times a week blogging. You can't think that you're going to see something if you're just blogging once a month. It takes real effort and consistency with your blogging. And as I mentioned before, making sure that you have some sort of way for your readers to receive your blog post notifications. So setting up FeedBurner is really important and making sure that you're directing them to sign up. I'm just going to see if I can get the brightness better. Oh, I don't know why it's not bright, but anyway, probably because there's quite a lot of light in here. So yeah, they're probably the key areas, but I think the main reason why I wanted to jump on today and talk about blogging is because, Louise is working on yours. Excellent. Yeah, is mainly to help you to see that it is not the answer to, it's not like a secret key that opens up online ordering. You need to think about your content. Do you use Pinterest, to direct people to your blog? I find that Patty Bennett has some amazing infomercial type things where she said, do you want to see more? Click here, or here's how to do this. And she creates some really cool pictures that are very good for Pinterest and will direct people to your blog. But the thing to keep in mind with Pinterest is that, hey everyone, is that when you get that hit from Pinterest, it's not considered it's what's called, what do they call them? It's got a coding attached to it called no follow. And the no follow HTML basically means that you're not getting, it's not helping the search engine in any way if someone clicks on your post from Pinterest. It's getting you a reader. Thank you, Bruno. It's getting you a reader, but it's up to you as to what content you have on your blog as to whether that reader will subscribe and then come to you directly through FeedBurner. That's when you'll start getting some more hits that are actually going to help you in Google searches and things like that. But ultimately, I don't get too hung up on all the Google stats and what's happening. And I think the key area, and this is a really interesting thing that I had to work through, if I had a really good post, I felt like if I posted, so say I've got my really good post and it's going really well, I felt like if I posted again that it was like squashing that and pushing it down and people wouldn't see it anymore. But the interesting thing about Pinterest and the feed burner thing is that you can post things multiple times a day, but it's really Pinterest and that sort of thing that's going to direct people to that direct post. So don't hold back on posting things because you think you're posting too much, or that you've done a really good post and you don't want to push it down on your blog. The chances of people coming to your blog directly and just typing in, you know, for me, craftykylie.com is very slim. Usually they're coming there because they've seen a picture on Google or they've seen something on Pinterest and they're going to that direct post, not to the overall blog, if that makes sense. So yeah, never be afraid to keep posting, and you don't necessarily have to create something every time you post too. I think some people get overwhelmed and they're like, oh my goodness, if I have to blog, and this was me, because I wanted to set the goal of trying to blog every day except for Sunday, so 6 days a week. And it overwhelmed me because I thought I was going to have to create 6 different projects. But what I realized is I could highlight my team, I could highlight a product. It didn't have to be necessarily always about creating, and that you can mix it up. You know, you can have some sort of, you might have someone have sent you a card and you could get their permission and say, do you mind if I post your card? Like I got one sent from Claire Langsford in head office, and I said, would it be okay if I posted your card? And that was great. She loved it and I loved it because it helped me to have a post that week. So yeah, don't ever think that it has to be just cards. I've got like a set routine where I do Monday night is Global Design Project, so that keeps me in a rhythm because I know being a designer on there, I have something that I need to do. Tuesday, I have all these videos, so I post my class or my video before this on my blog and then take some pictures based on what I was doing that day on the video. Wednesday is sort of like a little lull day, so if I wanted to, I might have a blog hop, or I might just do like an infomercial type thing. Thursday I try and create, or I'll have a blog hop now with the Be Inspired blog hop. I've got that every 2 weeks. Friday is the Crazy Crafters highlights, and Saturday is my Pinterest highlights, which I've been a bit slack with since moving, but that will be up and running again soon. And that's been a really popular one, my Pinterest highlights. People love that one. And then on Sunday, every 2 weeks, we do a hop with someone around the world with my team. So it's amazing how the week can go very quickly, and you if you get into a routine of what you want to do, and there's a lot of different challenges out there. Like, we would love you to play along with the Global Design Project. Aim, you know, for the Aussies, aim to look at that on Tuesday and blog by Wednesday, or even if you can blog on Tuesday, because then you're higher up in the gallery. And any challenge that you do, it's always good to be in the top section of the gallery, because you're going to get a lot more traffic. You're going to get a lot more people looking. I know with the Global Design Project, we have an amazing team of designers, and we get to know people that are playing, like Angela, I'm going to try and say Merritt's Reed, and Danita Wright. They have played every time, like every Global Design Project, and we know who they are now. The design team know who they are because of their regularity and because they're supporting us weekly. So this is a really great way to network and connect with people, get to know other demonstrators, and yeah, like I feel like I know Angela really well. We saw each other at convention, and Danita's the same. You know, we saw them at convention and it was like, you know, long lost friends. So try and find some design teams that you're happy, that you know are going to get you a lot of traffic. Global Design gets you a lot. Sometimes as a designer, if I put my card into one of the galleries for Global Design, I get more hits from that than I do with being a designer. So it's actually really great traffic, and it's a nice way to get people coming to your blog. But just again, I really want to reiterate, make sure you have some call to action for people to subscribe to get emails for your blog. If you don't have that, it's very difficult for people to connect with you. It's very difficult for people to find you. There's a lot of blogs out there. There's a lot of crafting. There's a lot of information. So if they're invested enough to actually sign up to receive your emails and to be notified of your blog, that means they're interested in finding more about you. And the best thing is that someone who doesn't have a blog can sign up for that. So it's easy for potential customers to sign up for your blog and to get to know you. And so that's another thing that's really important, is looking at your content. You know, sometimes even when we were moving, I made sure that I put pictures up about what Bruno and I were doing and people who were helping us move, and how I gave the people that help us move cards. You know, I want to show my readers a little bit about me, and so that they can connect with me personally as well. You know, one lady that joined with me recently, she had seen my YouTube video and said, you know, I love the fact that you have dogs. I have 2 dogs, and I just knew I needed to sign up with you. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool that my dogs, Jasper and Bella, are helping me to get new recruits. So it's just, and it's more than just, you know, having dogs. It's that connection that they have had with my blog or with my videos that has then, you know, wanted them to do more. So yeah, I think getting the basics of blogging, understanding how it works, spending a bit of time has definitely been really worth it for me. It was really frustrating at the beginning, I won't lie. It was really challenging trying to get things the way that I wanted. But don't be afraid to ask for training or to buy training if you need it, because it will just make things so much easier if you have that support system there. Or if you don't have the time, just pay someone like Louise to do it for you. So in the last 3 months, my blog sign-ups have gone from 5 to 16, which is great. Very good, Michelle. It's really good. Do you pre-schedule your posts? Jessica asked. I would love to be that organised to be able to pre-schedule. And actually this week I did. I did pre-schedule 1 post, but we're talking by 3 days. It's like Brian King, I think, pre-schedules weeks in advance. He's like amazing when it comes to scheduling. I fly by the seat of my pants probably weekly. I would love to get ahead, but it's just one of those things that things just come in and I go, you know what? I just have to do what I need to do right now, and I will get to that when I can. But I think just knowing what I need to do is really good at trying to get it done. Like today, this afternoon, I'll try and get as much as I can scheduled for the rest of the week. Like I can do the Pinterest highlights. I can do my Crazy Crafters highlights. I've got a blog hop tomorrow, so that will be getting done today. And then Thursday, I think I have another blog hop. So there's certain things that are going to be in place because of the hops or the challenges that I've got coming up. So it's really good if you can just, I think a lot of people sometimes say, oh, I'm waiting to get onto these blog hops, or I'd love to be invited. But you know, the best thing that Louise and I ever did, you know, we would have loved to have been asked on a design team, and we weren't being asked, and we went, well, you know what, let's create one. Let's create a design team. And so we just asked all our absolute favorite demonstrators in the world, and we were very fortunate that they said yes. But you know, you could find demonstrators that don't necessarily, you know, have a name or aren't necessarily in the Global 100, or, you know, you might ask 1 or 2 and just say, hey, you know, what have I got to lose? They're going to say no if they can't do it. And just try and create a little team of about 12 people. Learn how to do blog hopping, learn how to use inlinks, and just train yourself. Like that's all Louise and I did. We just trained ourselves. We taught ourselves design. We taught ourselves how to use Photoshop. We taught ourselves how to create a blog. And then it meant that we could do other things because of those skills that we had. Even if you... Oh, it would be so exciting to be asked to be on a design team. Absolutely, Kim. And, you know, recently I did get asked, but it's amazing how, because Louise and I have created a few different design team now, you can it loses the spark if you don't make it a spark. Like it's so exciting, but, you know, it involves a lot of work. It's a whole lot of work. You've got to create the project, you've got to make sure that your links are correct, and if you're one of the organizers, you have to learn how to treat other people nicely, stay calm, breathe, especially when you've got a lot of different personalities that you're working with, and all of us work differently. Like, I know the Aussies we're a little bit laid back and a bit too chilled out. We're like, whatever, I should be right. But there's some people that really love to be organized, and so yeah, it's really helped me to step up and to learn a few more skills in regards to organization and making sure that things are explained properly. Kayla said that, I'm just going to scroll down here, it's a very good point. I think being on a design team would be great because I think it would also encourage you to have something to blog about. Absolutely. And that's why we did something like what we did, and that's why Brian also jumped in too. Tina said, I was told by a business coach that blog hops weren't a good idea as it's I don't know what the rest of yours says, Tina. Look, I know demonstrators that are not fans of blog hops at all. And you have to be very, very careful. Like, I'm very fortunate with Louise. We're not in the same team. Louise just messaged me and said, I called, didn't I? Yes, Louise, you did call. But Louise and I are very fortunate because we're not on the same team. However, we're in the same market as one another. But we don't worry. If I lost a customer to Louise because I was doing a blog hop with her, I'd be more than happy. I'm like, go be with Louise. I'm more than happy for my customers to go there. And vice versa. Louise is like, you know what? If a customer goes to Kylie, it's something I've done wrong on my blog or something I haven't done to look after my customers. We're very respectful on blog hops. I don't put a whole heap of advertising when I'm blog hopping if I'm hopping with Louise. I might put something about a tutorial bundle, like my team tutorial bundle or something like that. But you have to have a good relationship with the people that you hop with. If you have a good relationship with them, holy moly, like my blog hops are by far the number one hits that I get. I'm talking, I think hang on, let's have a look at my stats here. I can give you some stats to give you an idea of why I hop. So I think there was the Thailand blog hop that we did recently. So at the moment, the Thailand Achievers blog hop, that was on the 28th of December. Yes, you did call Louise Sharp. Oh my goodness, this is like amazing. Louise Sharp is actually here. Woohoo, bravo, Louise. I told everyone to message you and tell you off. So I was just talking about how we created design teams and how we do all our blog hops and things. Oh, I forgive you because you're the bestest. So the Thailand Achievers blog hop at the moment is at 4,528 hits. And because a lot of them are Americans and a mix of people, absolutely I get customers and recruits from them. Because ultimately there's a lot of demonstrators in America that have Australian followers. In fact, one of my team members, Sue Vine, came directly through Connie Stewart. I think Sue asked her for some product or something like that. Connie Stewart got in touch with me and said, this lady is after some product. Can you help her? I rang her and said, do you need some help? She ended up becoming a recruit, and she's, very close to Silver Elite now. She's one of the most amazing team members. And that just came through an international contact. So it's not only the blog hop itself. And there was a lady that said, I clicked on someone's, what did she say? I said, how did you find me? She said, I clicked on someone's picture in Pinterest and it was through a blog hop. So I kept going through the blog hop. So I didn't click on your picture. Oh, no way. Marion found me through a Poodles blog hop. So there you go. There's direct evidence of blog hopping. So go back to your executive. Who was it that said they have been given? Tina said it. Tina, go back to your business director and say, you're wrong. Like, I wouldn't do blog hops if they didn't help, but honestly, it's just helped so much. Even from just an international level, getting to know other people, and getting to know, like, for my team, it's been amazing. We've grown as a team. We've learnt amazing skills. We've learnt how to, you know, at the beginning it was really challenging. It was really tough because we were doing everything manually. And someone asked before, what is InLinks? InLinks is basically a system that the wonderful Linda, which Linda was it? I was going to say Heller, but it's not Linda Heller. I'm having a mind blank. Anyway, it'll come to me. I'll do a little search. But Linda from Split Coast Stampers. That's how I know her. Linda with a Y. I'm looking her up because I have to get this name right. Linda. Why is it not coming up? Oh, maybe it is with an I. Not Linda Heller. Anyway, I'll find her name. Lydia Fielder. Thank you, Jessica. Yes, Lydia Fielder told me about InLinks, and I like kiss her feet every time I do a blog hop now because she recommended it to me. And it's just a system that enables me to, I always say Fieldler, but it's Fedler. Yes, that's exactly who it is. Anyway, so yeah, it enables me to do a blog hop. People add their links into the system, the InLink system, and then it enables me to spit out some code that gets all the links done for you. And then it means I can access it remotely. So if there's a link wrong, or if there's something I need to edit, or there's something I need to fix up, I can do it all remotely through InLinks. Whereas if I was to do a manual blog hop, if there's something wrong, it's really stressful. Like running a blog hop manually is really, really tough. And that's probably why people don't stick at blog hops, because they are not easy to run. They look amazing, they look easy, but connecting, you know, say with the Thailand blog hop, we're talking 30 people, connecting 30 people internationally, different time zones, and everyone having the correct link is just, it's just like a disaster waiting to happen. So the InLink system has helped immensely, because it means that people can just add their correct link back in when they're ready, and I don't have to stress out. The blog hop doesn't stop because someone's link is wrong. We look professional, so it has helped a lot. The only downside to InLinks is that you can't use wordpress.com with it. It needs to be wordpress.org. It needs to enable plugins. So yes, there's a lot to learn. Basically, if you start blogging, just start simple, but your knowledge will slowly grow. And I know with the Crazy Crafters, I know where they've come from. I think Michelle's just asked that same question. It works with wordpress.org, but not wordpress.com. So you just have to make sure that if you're going to sign up with WordPress, please make sure you do .org. I've joined in a couple of your international hops and they have bumped up the hits by heaps. My poor excuse of a blog. My main goal is to revamp my blog and blog frequently. Excellent. Really good, Tina. That's excellent. Yeah, InLinks is perfect. And I think for the Crazy Crafters, like I look at where they've come from. Kayla's probably one of them. She actually runs our hops. She'll go in there. She'll, you know, like I say, look, I need help with the Crazy Crafters blog hop. Can someone run it today? And Kayla has been one of those ones that stepped up and said, yep, I'll run it. And so now she has the amazing skills of knowing how to use InLinks. And it's just by using it. You've just got to get in there. Yeah, you'll be fine then, Michelle. You can do the hops with InLinks. Yeah, you've just got to get in there and start using those systems and getting used to them. And just, you know, a lot of times, a lot of the things that Louise and I have created, we've been flying by the seat of our pants, but we have to make it work. So, oh my goodness, celebrity status. Lisa Preto is here. Now I'll start fanning myself. It's like Stamping Royalty has joined us. So yes, Lisa would definitely know about blog hops. She's probably been in a few in her time. So yeah, I think the key areas is making sure that you just keep training yourself, keep learning. Don't wait for things to come for you. Like Louise and I, if we had been waiting for a design team to come to us, you know, it may never have happened. It may not have worked. And so even the Thailand or the international, the Achievers blog hop, that came through Louise's idea. And she was like, you know what, let's do a blog hop with those people that have achieved, I think back then, what trip was it that we had earned? I think the Mediterranean was our first one. And we thought it was just going to be a one-off 1 month thing. And it went so well. We're like, hey, let's just do this every month. Let's do one a month. And it just takes someone to be able to step up and say, I'm happy to organise it. It's tough being the organiser, and it's stressful, and it's all done behind the scenes. But, oh, it was Hawaii. Good call, Louise. Yep. Oh, Bruno's onto it too. Hawaii was the start. Yeah, so, you know, it took a lot, and it was great, Louise and I having each other, because we'd go, okay, you check these links, I'll check those links. And, you know, Bruno does the same thing for me when the hops go live. There's a lot of checking. There's a lot to make sure that, you know, things are fixed up and that everything's looking professional. And it's brilliant because, yes, you did come up with an awesome idea. You are awesome. And, you know, I look at things like Louise is now on Artisan, and maybe, you know, we look at Global Design Project, and that has put us in the stratosphere. Like, there's so many people on the Global Design Project that have been asked to be on Artisan because it's such a brilliant Stamping Up design team. There was nothing like it that was, you know, out there. We had Mojo Monday, which is amazing, but it's not Stampin' Up based. So it just covered a niche. It covered an area that was, you know, not being fulfilled with the international scope and well-known demonstrators as well. Jessica said one of her goals for February is to finally figure out how to participate in the Thailand Achievers blog hop. Bravo, Jessica. Come and join us. It's so easy. Honestly, people who do it, they're like, really? I was scared. I was scared of doing a hop. Really? It's so easy. Yeah, the Global Design Project rocks, man. It's the best. And that was, you know, another one of those ideas. We're like, you know what, Louise, let's just start. I think there was something happening in my Stamping Up business I was a bit depressed about. I had a bit of a disagreement with one of my team members who hated me, and that happens at times. So yeah, and then Louise wanted to cheer me up, and she said, well, let's do a design team. Come on, let's just pick all your favorites. And so we tried to pick all our favorites, and we just couldn't believe it. We only had one no, and that was right at the start. And then when we came back to that person and told them who had said yes, they're like, I think I'm going to say yes now. And we're like, yeah, now you want to be part of it. So yeah, it was very, very cool to get, you know, things like people like Michelle Last, Bibi. Oh, they're just amazing. Steffi, oh my goodness, Steffi's staff is just gorgeous. Tanya. So yeah, amazing team. And we work really well together. We're not hard on each other, and we work well as a team, which is nice. So yeah, so think about, I think from a blogging point of view, everyone's going to be at different stages. If you've already started the blog and you're blogging regularly, maybe your next step is to think about, well, could I challenge myself and try a blog hop? Or I have international highlights once a month. Maybe that's a really good place to begin with. So you can join. I'll put a little link up at the top. Yes, please play along with Global Design. It's such a great little challenge blog. It's really good. So I'll put Global Design up the top. I'll put my blogging tutorial. I'll put a link to Louise's blogs if you want to get one of Louise's blogs. Yeah, I'll think of a few different links I can put up the top for you to have a look at later on. And yeah, I think just getting in, GDP is once a week, Jessica, so it's really good. It's Monday night in Australia, so I think that would be like Sunday sometime for you guys. Yeah, Louise is a little bit busy with her blog creating at the moment. She's super busy. But yeah, we all need support with blogging, but I think just doing a little bit at a time, and then once you get into a regular routine with blogging, then think, okay, how am I going to challenge myself next? I love you too, Louise. If we can look after each other, well, we do, really. We kind of look after each other. You're 12 hours behind. Yeah, so be Sunday morning, I'd say, that it'll come up. So yeah, so it runs for a whole week, so you've got plenty of time. So even if you plan to look at it on Sunday morning, and then plan to hop on Monday night, that would be good because it's early in the week and you'll get more hits because it's earlier. One of my pet peeves, I'm going to put it out there in cyberspace. If you are playing along with a gallery that has a square photo, make your photo square. And my other pet peeve, please, please, please make sure you use your name everywhere you can. Your name is your brand. So put your name, because it makes it very difficult when someone plays along with one of our challenges and they put fairy card, gorgeous scene. It's like, how do we pick a winner? Most of the time, and also on your blog, make sure that your name is everywhere, like somewhere in the title or very close up the top. So many times I've jumped on to make a comment on someone's blog and I'm like, I cannot find their name anywhere. Like I've had to click on their shop and then find their name in the top right hand corner. Sorry, it's got like a little alert. Hopefully it's not slowing things down. But yes, make sure your name is very easy to find. Like have an about me section. You'll see it on my blog on thecraftykylie.com. I've got about me, and then you click on it and you can learn all about what I've done, where I'm at, what I'm doing. It just helps people connect with you straight away, and it's always good to have it in the top fold. So that means before you scroll, what have you got in that top section before anyone even scrolls? That's really important what you have there. So think about those things and I'm sure you'll do great. But yes, please don't think that once you blog, it is the key to, what do I mean by square? So when you upload a picture to the galleries, the gallery photo in InLinks is square. So say if you have a picture, how often is your picture square? It's not usually square. It's usually 4x6 or, you know, little things like you take a photo on your phone or whatever, and it's not going to be square. So you can go to something like PicMonkey, or there's even like another one called Whiteogram, and it puts your photo into a square so that when you upload it to the gallery, it looks nice and neat and fits in a square. Does that make sense? Because your gallery, like your photo in the gallery, will depend on whether people click on it or not. And if it looks professional, if you can see the full project, if you can see your watermark, you're going to have a lot more of a chance of it being clicked on than if you have like a random half-cropped thing happening. Does that make sense? Does that help, Rebecca Jo? And Jessica said the about me picture is fuzzy. I would say it's just how small it was. So if your picture's too small, then it will pixelate it. It expands it and then it goes fuzzy because the pixels expand. So yeah, just make sure it's a good quality photo, Jessica. You just take it down and then put it back up again with a better quality. I think anything under 400 pixels is usually pretty small, but there is like a tick. I don't know if you're with Blogger, but there is a little tick that says shrink to fit or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, Windows allows you to even crop, and you can crop a square. Good call, Michelle. I like that. So yeah, so there's a lot of different ways of doing it. PicMonkey is probably really easy. You just get a square background and then bring your photo in and put it on top. So that's a way to do it. So I hope that today's helped. Whiteogram. It was originally for Instagram. I think it should be still around because it's a really handy little app. But it was originally for Instagram for when it used to be square. So you'd get your photos that weren't square and put it through Whiteogram and create a square picture. So it was a lot easier because you're doing it on your phone. Yeah. So I hope this has given you a few little tips about blogging, what to expect, and just to find your own rhythm. Find your own, it doesn't mean you have, like I blog every 6 days a week. It doesn't mean you have to blog every day. But if you genuinely want this to be an online business that takes off, you have to genuinely take it seriously. If you look at a normal job, do you go to work every day if you have a normal job? Yes. So if you view your blog as your business page, then you would want to view it seriously and look at what you can do to up the ante. And it might be 3 days a week. It might be 4 days a week. But whatever you're doing, try and up your game. and just slowly work on it so that it becomes something that you can actually maintain. There's nothing worse than seeing a blog and you can see it. You can see the dates. It's so obvious. And you're like, oh, wow, this is great. And then you go back to their last post and it was November. Like you're like, what? They haven't blogged since November? How does a customer take that seriously? They can't. They're like, oh, wow, is this person serious? Is this a real business or are they just playing around? So, you know, depending on what your time date is, I mean, maybe you can get rid of the timestamp, but a lot of times it gives it away at the bottom as well. But yeah, really think about what does your blog say about you? And if it is at a point where blogging is just too overwhelming right now, don't do it. Don't do it. Just leave it. Do it on Facebook or spend time on Instagram and build them up. And then when you're ready to do some blogging, and you're ready to do it seriously, if you're looking at it from a business point of view, look, I don't think people do a blog, you know, from anything other than a business point of view anyway. Or last March. Jessica, that's so funny. Yeah, look, some people are demonstrators that are face-to-face, but it's so good having it humming in the background. If you can have it humming once a week even, you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be a huge amount. Once, twice a week maybe. And we can do that. We can do that. There's so many things to take part in. Please go over to Global Design Project. We give you the theme. We give you everything you need. Once a month, I have the international blog highlights. And you go from my blog, I send all my traffic to you. So you could find new customers that are overseas or even in Australia. I don't even mind that there's Australians on there. Blogs sometimes can forward to Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. It's very true. Yeah, they all work in together with one another. So I hope this information has helped. If you have any questions, please ask. If you need specific blogger training, I will put the link up if you're wanting to start a blog. But please be assured that, you know, to begin with, you can just do the international highlights and Global Design Project. And that's a really nice place to start. That will get you into a routine and then you'll go, okay, I'm in a really good rhythm. I'm going to add a little bit more. You know, am I going to do another challenge? What am I going to do? I used to do a lot of challenges because it used to bring a lot of traffic to my blog. And look at, for those that have been blogging for a bit and you're doing well and you're in a good routine, push yourself. Go check out some blog hops that you might be able to start yourself or be part of. So, you know, there's nothing stopping you from creating your own thing. It's exciting and you learn a lot from it. You learn a lot of skills. You learn some patience. And you have to learn to be nice. And like Michelle Lass, WWSD, that's what we have to keep remembering. Does anyone know the acronym WWSD? I think Michelle does. I'll let everyone try and guess for a bit because that's what Michelle did for us. When you're running a blog hop, this is what you need to continually meditate on. WWSD. Michelle knows. Oh, Sarah knows. But I say WWMD now. Yeah, Samantha got it. Michelle knew it. She wasn't giving it away. Billy, no idea. What would Shelley do? She's such a sweet lady. She would never get angry at someone. Shelley's angry would be like my normal face. What would Michelle do? I love it. I like that one. It's so true. After watching her video on Aim for Alaska, oh my goodness, she was so brilliant. 2 hours of brilliance. It was the best. Anyway, I'm going to go over and out. I've got lots to do this afternoon. Getting my tutorial bundle finished, ready for tomorrow. My blog hop. It's all exciting. And yeah, the quicker you actually get very quick at creating. Like I know I've got to do something tomorrow. I've got an idea of what I want to do, but I'll get it hammered out this afternoon, photographed and get the blog happening, get it all ready for tomorrow. But yeah, please consider blogging, but think about exactly where you want to go with it and how you're going to grow it. Yes, thank you for my missed calls. What's for dinner? I told you what's for dinner, Bruno. We're having egg wraps, remember? Because I'm working all day today, so I'm doing something really simple. Egg wrap with barbecue sauce and cheese. I'm very fortunate to have an easygoing husband. Our shopping doesn't arrive until tomorrow. I do it online, so it's so good. It's arriving tomorrow between 8 and 11. Cheese toasties, yummy. But I do have some carrots and spinach and some ginger, so I might do some juicing as well so that we can look after ourselves. And we've got some lemon. I might put lemon in there too. Well, thank you for joining me. I'm sure we'll see you soon. And yes, I will take pictures of your cards. That was my next job. Fend for yourself night. FFYS Bruno. He does that quite often. He's very good. Fend for yourself. He's actually a good cook. Yeah, I love those mission wraps. Oh my goodness, they're so yummy. It's like soft tacos. They're delicious. And I just wrap them up with a nice egg. Yum, yum. Anyway, thanks everyone. We'll speak to you soon. See you next week. Tuesday, same time, 12:30. Bye.